Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mayor's Monday Message for November 23rd, 2020. I want to start off with a little bit of an announcement. I mentioned it last week, Light Up Night. Light Up Night will be virtual this year, but stay tuned with us. There are going to be lots of messages and entertainment from across the community, and we're very, very excited that we can bring you the virtual Light Up Night. We will be showcasing the tree lighting ceremony. Community partners from all over the area have been gathered to wish you and yours a happy holiday season. So tune in at 6 p.m. this Saturday to join for a special video and enjoy the lighting from a safe distance. Of course, just one of the things that we have to do right now, and I'll be talking about more here. Actually, most of our events are going to be virtual, certainly for the rest of the year. And the things I mentioned here are going to be virtual, except oh, and on Channel 18. Yeah, so watch it on Facebook and Channel 18. Thank you, Cliff. Wisdom from behind the camera. Watch it on Channel 18. One thing that isn't virtual is Small Business Saturday coming up. So this is one of the times when we have to really balance and you know, there's two competing issues here. There's people that are getting sick, and we have to work to make sure that we limit the amount of people that get sick and die. So we have to really be concerned about that. But at the same time, businesses are dying and people's livelihoods are at stake. So we're trying our best to balance these things out. And Small Business Saturday can be conducted in a safe way if you continue to social distance and wear your masks and use your sanitizer and all that good stuff. And that will be occurring this Saturday, Small Business Saturday, starting at 8 a.m. And you know, one of the things, I mentioned this at a press conference for Small Business Saturday the other day, you know, African American and Latino businesses are disproportionately going out of business by 2 times the amount of Caucasian businesses. So this is really having a major effect on the small businesses in our cities across this country. And we have to step up and help our friends and neighbors, family members, and make sure that we try to protect the businesses, because this, you know, the corona is going to end, but we have to keep supporting each other as we go through this miserable time. So let's try and find that middle ground where you are all very, very safe in what you do. You don't need to linger. You don't need, I think, who was it? I think it's the Curious Little Playhouse, maybe, or it might have been someone else who said they're having a no-touch event. So what that means is, when you go into a store, you don't need to touch everything. You know, some folks go in, you know, you see them in the grocery store, and they're picking up like everything and wanting to look at it, and then they put it back. And you know, I'm guilty sometimes. I want to look at a label and see what's in the food that I'm buying. But you know, when you're shopping for things, particularly like toys and things that you don't need to pick up and look at necessarily, you can see whether you like it or not, and your kids can see whether they like it or not. So let's try and limit our touching of things. Some people are getting frustrated with me because I won't even fist bump. I don't need to fist bump. I don't need to touch you. I can look you in the eye and respect you and say hello. And this is a different time. We're in a different time. So there's no real reason to be touching things or touching each other unless you're, you know, close family members or loved ones. You know, reserve it for your small groups. Unfortunately, and I'm kind of jumping ahead to the COVID update, but what they're saying now is that it's the small gatherings, it's the family gatherings that are now spreading it, because it is so prevalent in our community and with the community spread. So my goal was not to scare you from Small Business Saturday, but to be safe. I was just listening to something where they said, you know, the word beware means like be afraid, be scared. But it really comes from the combination of be aware. You don't have to be afraid, but you have to be aware and really act accordingly. Okay, off the pulpit. I think you guys know. Oh, and you can get information on who's participating in Small Business Saturday at downtownyorkpa.com. Yep, downtownyorkpa.com/SBS, SBS for Small Business Saturday, SBS 2020. So downtownyorkpa.com, SBS 2020. Another virtual event, running with yourself or your family. It's the Turkey Trot. The Turkey Trot's here, and we unfortunately won't be running together this year, but it is the 24th annual YMCA Turkey Trot, and you can jump on the link and learn how you can participate virtually. You can send your own times in. There's not going to be, I believe, not going to be any particular starting time. It's just kind of a virtual thing that you can go out and do for fun and keep the tradition going. There are very few meals that are being served out here this year. There's a lot of concern about spreading the COVID, but one event is going on, the 21 Turkey Salute. That's right, 21 Turkey Salute at Union Church. And TC Backer Construction, I believe they're going for a world record of how many turkeys you can deep fry all at once. So I did not know this was, again, a possible Guinness World Record, but then again, when we had the most people playing the cigar box guitars, I didn't know that was a Guinness Book of World Record potential either. So they're doing 21, they're going to deep fry 21 turkeys all at the same time. I hope our fire department is on call. But that'll be on Wednesday at 3 o'clock at Union Lutheran Church, 24 Penn Street, 24 South Penn, right there at the corner of Penn and Market Street. Another exciting, back to Saturday, another exciting event, and I want to thank Commissioner Muldrow for coordinating this. Our new commissioner, as most of you know, loves our kids, cares about our kids, worked with our kids for years at the school district, and now he's found a new way to support our kids, and that is with Report Card Day, York City Our Stars. So on Saturday from 11 to 2, if you come out to Veterans Memorial Park, out there, by the roller skating rink and the ice skating rink, and if you come out there between 11 and 2, or I believe it's the first 1,000 people that come out will get a gift if they have either passing or C grades. So he's got a little gift for everybody, and just trying to show appreciation and show what is important. Even in this time, difficult time, we know that education is still the most important thing to help people in their lives, to help elevate people out of poverty, to help keep people out of prison. Education is the thing that we all need to be focused on, and I want to thank Commissioner Muldrow, the District Attorney's Office, York College, the Fraternal Order of Police, all chipping in to make this a reality. So there'll be a gift waiting for you if you're one of the first 1,000 people out on Saturday, 11 to 2 at Memorial Park. As you know, and I'm about to read you some record high COVID numbers that we just received, unfortunately, but City Hall or city employees that can work from home are going to go back to working from home. Now, they'll still be available by email and by phone, but we tried to open back up. We had the problem with the computers. It's been a roller coaster year. First we have COVID, then we're going to get back on our feet, and then the computers go down. Then we get the computers up, and now COVID's back on top of us. So we can't win for trying around here, but we can still get our work done, and we can still be available for you by phone and by email, and the director's contact information is on the yorkcity.org webpage. So the treasurer's office will still be open if you need to pay bills or pay your taxes or discuss something like that. Almost everything else, though, is going to be working from home and making sure our employees stay as safe as possible. Finally, just a quick update. I'm not going to say too much, but we received record numbers last week for new cases in both the county and the city. And the 14-day average now for the county is over 400. The 14-day average for the city is 311. Now that average, if you recall way back when we were trying to move from red to yellow, the goal that we had to meet just to get out of the red phase was 50. Now the city is 6 times that level. The county is 8 times that level. So I have no crystal ball or no knowledge of what might be coming next regarding the governor's orders, but it is a time to be aware that there are more infected folks wandering around than at any time during this pandemic. So your chances of getting it are now higher. Simple as that. It's all simple math, and the way you'd reduce that is reduce the number of contacts. If you can't reduce the number of contacts, then make sure that you are wearing your masks and sanitizing. I got a couple of bottles of sanitizer back out. I hadn't been keeping it in my pockets for a couple of months. Now I'm keeping it in my pocket again. So the sanitizer is important and helpful. And then just stay 6 feet away from everybody. I know it's getting repetitive, but hang in there. We might be going into a tough patch here, but it's nothing that we as Americans haven't gone through before. And I think that's really important to remember, that it's the toughest thing. I think this is the toughest thing any of us, unless you're in the military or something like that, or maybe family problems, something like that. But as a unit, as a city, as a country, this is the hardest thing that we've gone through since World War II. And even then, it was our soldiers that were going through most of the hardships. We had to limit our use of resources and stuff, but we didn't have to stay locked in or not go to Thanksgiving dinner. Or, we might miss a loved one because they were out fighting for our freedom. But this is a tough one. And just a reminder, the new regulations are that if you leave the state to go to family, you have to provide a negative COVID test, have to have that available, or quarantine for 14 days when you get back. So we don't want you to spread it. We don't want you to share it with your loved ones, and we don't want you bringing it back from your loved ones back to Pennsylvania and sharing it with your other loved ones and friends and neighbors. It's a tough time, but this is what we have to do. So hang in there. This has now killed more people than all the wars that the United States has ever been in, except for World War II. Combined all the wars we've ever fought. That's the difficult part here. Our enemy is invisible. It's a lot easier to fight somebody that you can look them in the face and say, oh, you're trying to do me harm. It's a lot harder to say, oh, I'm not going to visit grandma because there's an invisible thing that I might drag with me and I might kill grandma. That's a tougher fight. So we have to keep it together and have a happy Thanksgiving. And I don't say it often, but God bless you and God bless your family. Have a good week.